The show on the road.
Road on the show.
Yeah. I'm also starting a Gamma World campaign.
Gamma World?
Yep.
I know next to nothing about that. I'm familiar with the title existing, but that's pretty much it.
Back when there was box sets for D&D, it's basically the space version of it.
Well,
I remember Gamma World.
It's apocalyptic.
Earth. Yeah.
Surviving on after the nuclear holocaust.
So
Mutants
Fallout.
after the bomb meets revs. Yes, yes.
There's still remnants of technology to be found. And dangers of technology. So how you doing, Ava?
I'm alright.
Good, good.
A little tired because
All right.
I don't know if it was a party or if they were just being loud, but one of my neighbors was not being very, what's the word?
Courteous, considerate.
Considerate.
Oh, you
Yeah.
didn't join the party?
No, I was trying to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I was traveling yesterday, and I also had a very bad, long travel day. So I was just tired. Man, my flight also ended up getting delayed like 3 or 4 hours, and then I got on the plane.
I understand how you feel.
Yeah.
I'm currently standing in an airport
for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'm
What
currently waiting
airline?
for my plane. Oh, for me, it's Southwest. It's just a fluke. There was a safety issue on my plane, and they swapped it out for a different plane. So that was the 3-hour delay I'm currently experiencing at the moment. I'm still in the airport.
Well, the worst part was that when we got on the plane, we like sat on the tarmac for an hour and a half. That was the worst part.
I'd get stir crazy.
Can't go anywhere. Can't use the bathroom. Can't do anything. It's lost.
Jeez, makes me feel better about my travel day.
How'd that work out for you?
Glad I can help.
I mean, not really too bad, other than the fact it was like a 5-hour flight. I mean, flight time, and just I don't do so well for long periods of time on a plane. But I flew Southwest, and that was pretty good. We were all the way in the back.
That's
so
not. You should try
disembarkment was.
Flight.
Oh
Flight to
yeah,
Germany,
yeah.
16 hours.
That's crazy. But for me too, it was the difference in elevation, because I was coming from Arizona, New Mexico, and going back to Maryland, which is significant reduction in elevation. So honestly, like my left ear, I don't think has popped yet.
Oh yeah, I understand. What were you doing out in my neck of the woods?
So my wife and I were taking a little Route 66 trip to the Grand Canyon.
Woohoo!
Nice.
And that was fun.
Was
and
it
then
grand?
we went to. It was pretty grand. Yeah, especially when you compare yourself to it.
I ask everybody who goes to the Grand Canyon that question.
Is it grand? Yeah. And then we went to Monument Valley, which that was really cool, because part of Monument Valley is they call it the Forrest Gump Road. So it's the road that Forrest Gump ran down as a part of his 3-year run across America, where he stops and he's like, "I'm feeling tired now." And it just looked the exact same. It was really awesome.
That's cool.
The way to is force yourself to swallow.
What's that?
To force yourself to swallow.
Force yourself to swallow?
Yep.
Oh, to
You know
pop the
how
ear.
pop your ears. Yep.
Yeah, my body's not used to the difference in elevation.
Ooh.
Yeah, I flew so much I learned dodge. I had to fly from Germany to Spain, Okinawa.
Long flights.
Yeah.
Funny, we're all traveling at the same time.
Good
It
old
tracks.
holiday season.
Yeah. True, true.
When we were deployed, I had to fly on some C5s. That was different.
I prefer not to go to C5 if I could.
Alrighty. Well, let's see. Where do I want to go here for starting the recap? I think where we started was here in the warehouse and the arrival of one Klatos, the guard who interrupted your looting of the smuggler's warehouse.
Yep.
He was quickly dealt with.
Oh,
And
yes.
we had to take care of him.
I made an offer that we could either make him the hero of the scenario or he could be the villain. He picked villain.
Well, he was more upset that he was being accosted by civilians who wouldn't respect his authority.
You know, this is one of those scenarios where basically I didn't care about this thing if it wasn't the one I wanted. Or either choice would have been valid. And he picked one. Took him action.
After that, we met the guards at the harbor.
Indeed. Guards outside, along with Damianos.
We had to explain everything to them.
I think that went well.
Yeah, especially arming carrying all the bodies behind.
A sack
Like,
full of
hey, you
bad
guys didn't have to
guys
risk
with
your life.
bounties on their heads. Yeah, that went very well.
Yeah, 2,000 gold piece.
It
Indeed.
turned out well. And I made sure that was divided up evenly. And I told the DM to put it on your feet, Damiano. So you should have something mentioning 500 gold on there.
Yes, Kithian did have 500 gold pieces added to their character sheet.
Oh, it's Kithian?
I like
I'm sorry,
that.
I thought Damiano's. Yeah, my bad.
No worries.
Yep. Loot total of 2,000 for the heads of important figures, well, wanted figures in the warehouse. So split evenly, 500 for each.
Yeah, Kitten, we didn't know there were bounties on the three important guys.
How about that?
Yep, it was great.
Yep. And of
Yeah,
course,
we look like
these
multi-time
soldiers were
heroes.
honest and gave you guys the bounty instead of taking credit themselves. Like they could have just been like, "Oh, thanks for capturing these guys," and then, ah.
Oh yeah, but did we tell Kitten about his item that you got?
I believe that he was
he was-
here for the acquisition of the loot.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
It was some arrows, right?
no, that's normal what you got. But
Yeah,
there
that
should
was
be
part
a
of the normal
magic
loot.
item. I think it's in Discord. And I think I put people's names next to who took what.
Here, I'll take a look.
Probably got a bow.
I got a sword. I think you got a shield or medallion that works with like base stuff like you.
Oh, you know what? I think I recall. It was an amulet of Heliod, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get to use Channel Divinity one extra time per long rest.
Cool.
Yes,
So-
Amulet of
That's
the
awesome.
Devout.
That's a nice item.
It's like an extra turn on dead if we ever need it, stuff like that.
Right.
Heck yeah. Well, yeah, with depending on subclasses and stuff, Channel Divinity can branch out into different stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just shooting for the most basic option.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know that at some
Like,
point in the
Turn
campaign, I
Undead
have
seems
to
fair.
have like stop motion clay skeletons in the vein of Jason and the Argonauts, and
We can do it. We
that's
can do
got to
it.
be a thing.
I like how they moved.
That's exactly it, yeah. Or like the Colossus guy with the ankle screw that lets out the
Yeah.
oil. The giant. Yeah. All in good time. So yes, after a quick and curt discussion with the dockmaster, everyone made their way out into the greater Data Harbor proper, made it back to Eutychios. There was some time spent. You guys had gone back to the inn. You paid
Yep.
for, was it another month of lodging and food, I believe,
Yep.
I did.
to cover for your room, and then went to
Yeah, for
see
everybody.
Eutychios, follow up. He, of course, thank you for your efforts. And kind of where we left off, there was mention of the desired location to host the games. Supposedly, there was something about a curse or something unholy going on there. And regular low-level soldiers, guards, mercenary types are wary about going there, but you lot have proven yourselves to be brave and capable. So the request was put to you to investigate.
Then we went back to the inn and got a long rest.
Oh, so you did take a long rest? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely,
Awesome.
yes. Yeah, everybody should be fully rested and sated.
Hi, Brian's gaming group.
Yeah, we decided to go in the morning, I think,
Hello
rather
there.
than go visit this place at night.
Yep.
Hi there.
You find a bit of respite, have a meal, and talk about the eventful day. I like that the description there tells you how to have a long rest.
Question, can you consecrate ground?
I think you can. However, the problem is I think it takes a week to do it.
Do you have the ritual spell? Isn't it a spell? A ritual spell? I don't remember. It's been a while since I played a cleric.
I think it's a spell, but I think it takes a week because you have to do it over a period of time.
Yeah, he wants us to remove a curse from an area. So
Potentially, it is suspected to be cursed.
well,
Different
we'll check it out.
kind of
see what the
rumors and
deal is.
superstition at this point, but
Yeah.
the locals are starting to take those kind of things a little bit more seriously because of the things that you guys have done and encountered. What with all of the
Well, we'll take a
hags
look at
and
it. It might not
werewolves
even
about.
be a
What was that? Sorry?
fun,
Can you please repeat that? I didn't catch it.
Cool,
I'm
me?
sorry, I thought it was on mute.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm good. I'm sorry. I'll mute.
Well, I was saying that maybe it's not a curse. Maybe they think it. So we'll go check it out. See what's going on.
Which
It
area
is-
is that in again?
It is conveniently located a little bit northwest of town, so only
Oh, so it's outside of Data Harbor.
a little bit, yeah. kind of up.
Okay.
So on the Data Harbor map here, did I move you guys? I did. So you kind of see that cliffside in the upper right-hand corner. It would be further back on that ledge, a
Okay.
ways, maybe a mile or two. So you guys can get there
Okay.
before noon, even with waking with the sun, having a meal, doing any kind of equipping or anything you want to do. Oh, that's right. There was some stuff prepared for the morning in
Right.
that
I wanted to
there
pick up
was a
a sword.
sword that needed to be acquired.
Yep.
Oh, Armin's got to pick up the sword.
Yep.
Alright,
Yep.
make sure it's.
Am I coming through or am I still on mute?
You're coming through.
Okay, yeah, the sword I got to pick up.
Yep.
That was from
You
the
want
Festus's
to
Forge.
you want to tune to your sword before we leave, or what do you want to do?
It would be helpful because I couldn't be surprised after that point.
All right, let's do that. It'll only take a couple hours. We could eat
I think it should
and
only take about an hour. Like,
yeah, we could
just
have
spend an hour and
breakfast.
attune to it.
While you do that, we'll have breakfast and hang out for a little.
Sure.
Indeed.
Wait for you.
Is there
So I'll go
any
pick it up,
other
come
kind
back and
of
have breakfast.
preparation you would like to do prior to setting forth?
Let me check.
Make sure we have enough rations for the trek out there in a couple of days. Get back. Stuff like that. And I just need to know how much it would cost. Because maybe the hotel lady can do it with some food and then just pay her extra for that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And if we need, are we low on healing potions? I have a feeling we're low.
Yeah.
If we are, I would
Oh,
buy
go
at
ahead.
least 2 of them.
I don't think you could actually curse a piece of land because you can't remove curse on a piece of land. So I don't think you could curse it.
I think we could, but
It costs
it's
something
probably
else.
either a spell or a granted divinity to a clerk.
All
Yeah,
things are
it's called
possible through the Lord and or magic.
curse. There's something other than curse. I forgot how the name was. It's the opposite of consecration. I forgot what it was.
You mean desecration?
Desecration, yeah. You could desecrate a piece of land. or property or like place, church, whatever. But I don't think you could curse it. You could curse a person or object. That's about
I think that will probably change based on dialects and time and chosen linguistics of the local area.
it.
Curse and desecrate may come to mean the same thing depending upon who's reading the story.
Yeah, depending on what the people use in their language.
Mhm.
Indeed. So as far as anything preparing for travel as per rations, of course you're going to want some clean water. It is advised that you drink roughly a gallon a day if you're a medium or small person. As far as
Yeah,
a
we'll
meal, Yadma, your innkeeper, is able to provide a comfortable meal that you can pack and take with you. It'll only be 2 silver each. And so if you wanted to throw in a couple more silver to outfit everybody with a good water skin or more, that can round out to be just a single gold piece.
I'll pay her 5 and tell her the extra gold is give me a few extras of everything because I eat more than them.
Fair
yeah,
enough.
we'll refill our water skins.
And of course, you can get
Yeah.
ale or wine. Those are both available here too if you want something fancier than water.
No
The only
water
reason I would
skins.
want something fancier would be like orange juice because I was trying to prevent my scurvy.
Oh. Well, you can use one water skin for orange juice and one for water.
So you want
And then we just need some
a
vodka.
fruit-based wine that hasn't fermented yet?
Or that. That works too.
That's
I mean,
what a fruit juice would be.
sure.
Do we have an alcoholic in the party, Armin?
No, you have the camp dad who was looking for the dad juice sippy cup.
Uh-huh.
She has a hat that you can wear with 2 canteens on the side of it.
I am sold. I don't care how much money that costs.
I'm joking. That's
Stretch
not
the treasury.
yet. But yes, very quick and easy to outfit yourself with some rations for your trip.
I wouldn't worry about it. I could create food and water. There's no big.
When you can create wine and beer nuts, then we'll talk. I think we're good.
Yeah, just let us know when Armin's ready. We'll finish with the
Oh yeah.
food.
I head over there to pick up the sword, and I know I paid him extra so that he would do it fancy, at least make the hand look real nice.
Oh yeah, yeah, and you can specify the details of that. Like, I'll assume out of
I'll
game
try.
that you can input things like color, stylings, if there's anything of that nature that you wanted to include. Also, too, there was a mention of potions of healing.
Yeah, I needed to get. I know I have enough money to buy 2.
Yeah, so if you talk to Thales, he'll have a connection in the market and can get you 10 gold off, so only 40 gold each instead of 50. And that's
I
just
would
because you
buy.
guys are buddies and have done good things. Reputation is
I
good.
would talk to Thales
Uh-huh.
and spend the 200 gold to get 5.
Oh, wow. You may then, with Thales' blessing and input, acquire that as such. Very quick and easy.
Can you add 5? Or sorry, add 2 to my sheet. Give 2 back to Abra, and then give the last one to Kithian.
All right. So let's see. I will want to drag that onto your sheet. Let's see. It should hopefully drag and drop. Let me look and see. Bonus action. Use potion of healing.
Does he have any spells of healing word?
I think you might be the only one.
They only have some basic simple potions here. He went to an herbalist stand, the one that you had visited earlier,
All right.
and we're asking around about. But
Oh,
let's
yeah.
see. I want to edit this to have quantity 2 on the character sheet of 1 Armin. So that's 2 given to Avra. Get her restocked. 2 updated on Armin's sheet, and then 1 healing a potion passed over to Kithian. And then let me go to
Thank you.
your
Yeah.
gold. If I can edit. Nope, I don't want to edit rope. Thank you, though. Currency, gold, will go from 679 to 479. No, 474 because you spent 5 gold. Back at the end.
Yep.
All
I'm
righty.
going to ask
Thank
you
you.
if he knows anyone that sells scrolls in the city.
So let me peruse really quickly here. So there won't be one at the regular market. I was looking for a good lead, and the best lead that can be offered is inquiring at the Temple of Heliod. She will recommend a priestess named Sophronia. She actually is usually available in the evenings, and she can't guarantee that she would have anything available, but she would be the best one to inform and direct that.
All right.
And
I
there
need,
she
I
is
need her.
in the chat
Yep.
for that name. But yeah, so it's unfortunately she wouldn't be available this early in the day, but in the evening you
It's
are
good for future reference.
welcome to, yeah, certainly. Welcome to visit her and inquire thusly.
Well, we gotta go to that place. Let's go.
If you want to.
You ready, Armin?
Let's do it.
Mr. Armin, you there?
Let's go.
He said let's do it.
All right, let's go. Everyone ready?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Avery?
Confirmed and confirmed. Alrighty. So, who will be leading the way? You will get some pretty broad landmarks to look for, and then you'll have to kind of follow some not particularly well-worn trails in a meandering direction. Anybody that has proficiency in survival would be appropriate. And of course, you can work together on that. Somebody can be looking
Is that a
for.
plane?
It's Superman.
I don't remember what my proficiencies are, but actually,
So Armin has not survival.
okay, sorry.
No, that's right.
I get
Abra's
a +3.
survival.
Kithian offers a +3. What was that, Abra?
Abra's proficient in survival.
I got +6.
Oh, wow.
But that's better than what I have, so.
Well, I'm a druid, so.
A druid and a centaur. And makes sense. So yeah, you are welcome to roll into that. See how well you do at guiding the party in the right direction.
Can he make that with guidance by chance?
He can if you would like to offer it. Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, there it is. It took a while for it to come up.
All right. So your friend Kithian has provided some focus inspiration. What does your guidance take the form of? Is that just words of wisdom? Is there anything visible about that? How's that?
Really? So Kithian's kind of just like in this state of prayer. You know, constantly he's just focusing on
All right, we're gonna start going here in about
Ariwin.
5 minutes. Yeah, when we'll start in about 5 minutes for Queens, like 22:56. Here, 8:22.
My plane is going to start boarding. I'm going to go.
Okay, to start lining up on the silver column. Group A
So,
only. Group B
Josh, did you get that?
Indeed. We'll
Okay.
try to catch you on the other side of that if you can connect.
A1 through
plane
30,
Wi-Fi
you also
stuff.
start lining up on the right. 31 through 60 on the left.
It'll probably be a half hour. Okay, I'll talk to you soon, guys.
Best
Fingers
wishes.
crossed.
Fly
Bye.
safe if we don't hear from you.
Okay, thanks.
Good. Yep. So Kithian he's kind of like in this state of prayer in the back of the line of focusing on Ariwin.
All right, Arianwin, you feel on this crisp late morning, your eyes are very well focused and attuned. Go ahead, please, and add a D4 to your survival check.
All right.
Oh, that was awesome. It
Pretty
was
good.
spinning on the tip. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys can see the 3D dice, but it was doing a cool spinny thing.
Yeah.
All right, so with the added level of clarity, you're able to pick up some subtle differences in the trail, follow the way along. It does get easier the longer you are going because the foliage starts to get thicker, a little bit overgrown. And then that continues to almost a concerning amount. And then a little bit further, it starts to look like this is the middle of the forest, but it starts to take on kind of a swampy appearance. Kind of
Any
murky,
wildlife?
kind of darker, kind of droopy as
Any,
fog starts to
any,
settle in. What was that, sir?
any wildlife around?
Can you
Roll
please make for me perception roll?
perception.
Ooh.
How you like that one?
Very much so. That is a question of degree. The longer you travel, you realize quite distinctly the less you hear chirping and rustling and the like. There was definitely some distant bird calls. You can see movement in the trees here and there when you come around a corner and a squirrel runs off and such. The further in you make
Well,
it, as much as it becomes thicker and more wild-like, there are actually fewer mammals and birds around. You do see an increase in insects,
all right, I'm
and they
gonna.
start to
Oh,
become a little bit bigger. The mosquitoes are going to become a particular annoyance sooner than later.
all right, I'm gonna cast speak with plants.
Go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna ask the plants if there's a bad area around here. What's good but turned bad? In which direction is it? Try to be as much basic as I can.
So there is an additional benefit. We'll get to that with the speak to plant with plants here. In response, you're getting a chorus of there's darkness ahead, further down the trail you're currently walking down. There's some kind of angry force there.
All right.
Not
So
a
some type of
natural animal or inhabitant, but something, someone is disturbed along that path. You realize that it's starting to become difficult terrain, but one of the benefits of Speak with Plants is being able to encourage them to become a little more cooperative. They don't essentially uproot or anything, but they kind of can shuffle out of the way, make passage a little bit easier for you.
cool.
Is it dark? You mentioned it's kind of getting. Correct me if I'm wrong. If it's kind of getting darker as we're going along the path.
The foliage is getting darker. There is a fog that is very, very lightly rolling in. But as far as like sunlight is still able to make it through the trees, it's not like a thick jungle canopy, still kind of an open forest. Um, more
Yeah, so
so
I do.
overgrowth on
So
the
I
ground
do
part.
the idea of the direction from the plant.
Right, but our vision isn't being impaired in any way, right?
No, not currently, no.
Okay. Okay.
And
Okay, we're going the direction of the where they said the creature was.
yeah, you are well on the way because of being able to follow the other cues and the like. You
I
are
tell
on the
these other
path
two,
toward your.
yeah, I tell these other two to follow me.
Wait, say that again.
I tell you two to follow me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's Kithian's just going to follow along.
We're in my domain.
Well, everyone except for Armin is a worshiper of Nylea, so everyone is pretty comfortable, at least until it starts getting a little stickier and somewhat horrific. Then it's quite disturbing. You can all, without a check, you can sense that there's something unnatural. There's foreboding and a little bit of the heebie-jeebies, if you will.
Yeah, the plaster area told me that there's a creature in this area that we're going to. So we
Well,
better be
you
ready.
are very suddenly. You didn't realize that you were coming across the clearing until you stepped into it. You can
Oh,
see a darkened spot on the ground. It looks almost burnt, or it's unnaturally darkened in the center.
God.
And you can see across the way, of course, there's an image for zoomed in. There's a bipedal figure
All right.
on the other side of that depression in the ground. You can tell here, this does fit the description of the location desired. However, they described it as being more cleared out. So it seems the overgrowth that has happened might be part of the whatever disturbance is happening here. Could take some time and effort to reclaim it into a zone for use for the games. But not impossible. The land is very flat. It is kind of an ideal spot.
Yeah.
The rocks that do appear there, and they go further back on the unseen parts of the map, but they do kind of form like a natural amphitheater almost, kind of ringing the area here and there. Inconsistently, but you can see why it's a desired spot. But you can
Can I
also
roll
see
nature rolls to tell what type of creature that is?
they're definitely humanoid. They've got arms, fingers, a face, but
Yeah,
they're
can I
also
tell what
covered
type of creature?
in branches and leaves and vines. And they're standing, just as you see there. They're looking directly in your direction, almost as if they'd been anticipating your arrival.
Okay, I'm going to ask him, well, why are you here?
You do not get a response. They're standing somewhat motionless, a little bit when the fog and the breeze comes through, a little bit of rippling of their cloak, but
I'm going to try the druidic language, see if they understand it.
all
Why are
right.
you here?
And just to confirm, are you yelling that across the way, or do you approach for the conversation? Because they are a fair
No,
distance away. Like regular conversation voice probably wouldn't translate all the way.
alright, I'll move up a little.
Okay. You should have control of your token there.
Alright.
I cannot speak for the others, but Armin will allow you to take the lead, but will be nearby. He's looking ready for confrontation.
How can I move the characters this here? They're covering the, the map. See if I can move the map around.
What's that?
Alright. I have to move the map because the icons are covering it. Alright, I got it now. Alright. I'll move up enough where they can hear me.
So
Can
the ground
Kithian make
beneath you, now
a?
that you're
Oh,
standing
sorry.
over it, kind of crumbles at each of your steps rather than, softly being formed around like dirt or mud even. It is super dry, very black, and it almost is like charcoal and ash and when you crunch through it. And I'm very sorry, Kithian, what was that?
I'd like to make a perception check, sort of in the tree line surrounding the figure. Kithian, I think, is just feeling a little suspicious that this figure is out in the open. Just he might be worried about some kind of ambush, or maybe there's more in the area that we're not seeing.
Alrighty. Go ahead with that as Arian Wynn and Armin are making their approach. Avra, are you hanging back with Kithian? Are you approaching? What are you up to?
Hanging back for right now.
Okay.
Okay. Can I make that with guidance?
You may.
Okay. Ouch.
So you do definitely feel at unease here. It does seem odd that she's just by herself. I say she because she casts a feminine shape, and also her name is feminine. You see movement here and there on the outskirts, but you can't tell if it's the slight breeze hitting leaves, causing rustling, trick of the eyes and the shadow and the fog. But you don't see anything that immediately stands out as trouble or a threat.
Okay.
And again,
In that case, I'll kind of. No, go ahead.
the ground itself, where the trail you came in, where there was more and more insects and such, there are none in the blackened area and the perimeter thereof. You can see things crawling, scurrying on the outskirts where you're standing, but nothing living is coming from that central point.
What happens if I'd like to move up a little bit into that
Mhm.
black area with our Ari and Win.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna cast a simple light spell. You know, maybe there's something that is, um, I don't know, maybe I don't know if this is some sort of anti-magic zone or this is some kind of. I just want to see if there's anything that happens when magic is cast,
Okay.
in this little zone here. So I'm just gonna, cast light on just my bow.
All right. Your bow begins to glow, emanates light, the radius around. It illuminates the ground. You can see clearer now. It looks like the ground itself is like it has the properties of burnt wood, but it's not wood. It's definitely regular ground, dirt and rocks and stuff, but it is very blackened. And again, with each of your steps, it just crunches, turns to dust, leaving pretty significant footprints behind. But it doesn't stick. It's not like a sticky. It's very, very dry.
Okay.
But yeah,
Everyone's gonna whisper over. Everyone's gonna whisper over to Kitchen and ask him if he could detect evil in the area.
Isn't that more of a paladin thing?
You're a paladin, ain't you?
Oh, I am a paladin. Oh my god.
I was about to say, I had thought,
Yeah,
I referred to you as a
I'll be
paladin a
honest with
couple
you.
times last week when you were gone,
I'll,
and I was about to apologize for getting that wrong.
no, I'll be honest with you. For some reason, I thought I was a nature cleric, and I forgot. No, I'm an ancient paladin. Oh my gosh! Clearly, I haven't played long enough here. So okay.
It'll sink in.
With that knowledge, yes, if I can go ahead and use a channel divinity to, let me just see. Let me just read the feature just to I think it can detect what is it? Celestials, fiends, or undead. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and take a use of the channel divinity to use divine sense.
Okay, and that is within 60 feet. Ah, the Hallow spell. We were talking a little bit about that earlier. So you don't pick up anything of an inhumane nature in the way of celestials or anything. You absolutely pick up the very icky, bone-chilling feeling of desecration here. There is no doubt that this place has been, well, we talked about it not technically being a curse, but yeah, definitely unhallowed ground.
This land has been desecrated.
All right,
Kithian sort of whispers to Arian when.
All right, step back a little bit. Don't step into desecrated.
And you can sense that that desecration extends beyond, but it's definitely, you feel like it's centered there. But
Yes.
that feeling definitely creeps out in a radius beyond just the blackened part. Now, Arian, when you were attempting to speak in Druid speak, and we hadn't yet gotten to that, were you taking that back? Were you changing your mind, or did you still want to try to engage in conversation with?
Well, I was doing that before he detected the desecration. So yeah, I was trying to communicate with the creature. Did it understand me at all, or did it look like it understood me?
Mm.
The figure slowly turns their face toward you, tilts their head, answers back in something. Does anyone present speak Sylvan?
Yep, me. I believe. Hold on, let me check.
However, also speaks Sylvan.
Yeah,
I
she
thought she
probably
might.
does.
Kithian also speaks Sylvan.
Oh, nice.
Pick that up as a second
I guess
language.
we all do then.
It makes sense. Followers of Nightly and the like. Oh, I'm getting a little bit of lag here. Just checking to see what languages our friend Armin has, but his character sheet wants to be frozen right now. There
Yeah,
it
mine
goes.
is playing too. It like
And I've
freezes
got
for a
movement.
minute.
Okay, so languages. He does not. So to him, he's only going to hear kind of a hissing. It's not the usual melodious, natural kind of carried on the wind kind of sound. It's hissing and sharp, kind of garbled. So it's definitely the Sylvan language, but doesn't carry the same tone as you guys are used to hearing. And only a single word is heard: trespassers.
Okay, I guess that means they're not friendly. So that means initiative, huh?
I mean, she hasn't moved yet, but you're welcome to roll initiative and take aggressive
Yeah.
action if you would like.
So, is it?
Well, I
So we
probably
understood the word
know that
trespassers?
Yes, you did. Very clearly, if not
Did she
raspy and
say
harsh.
anything else?
That is it. Her arm slowly lifts and points at Arian Wynn, being as that she was the primary speaker, but you feel as if it's directed at the group. Kind of a general, almost lazy kind of point, but in all of your direction, as she says trespassers.
she's
Can
an
I
evil
please
force.
have everyone make a perception check?
Mm-hmm.
How come it's freezing up tonight? Everyone else having that problem?
Could
The
just
character
be
sheet freezing.
like the server's clogged or something. Sometimes it's hard to say. Ooh, Ever, nice roll there. Arian Wynn, very good. So everyone can, when she says trespassers and slowly lifts her arm, you all hear a breaking of twigs, familiar sound of something charging through the brush. Arianwen, you alone pinpoint the direction as coming from kind of behind the figure ish. Oh, hello.
Does this work?
We can hear you.
Is he back? Is Armin
And
back?
then,
On the plane Wi-Fi.
Are you on the plane?
Yes, I'm currently on the plane.
Nice, nice.
Cool. We could hear
I'll
you
go to you.
barely over here.
Oh, sorry. Maybe I got to turn myself up a little. What about now?
Yeah, that's good.
Any better?
Yep.
Okay. I'll mute. If you need me for anything, just let me know. And then we'll see how this works over like 30,000 feet.
Okay, we're in a fight, so roll initiative.
I mean, that'll be up to Josh to do. I'm not going to try to load Roll20 on the same phone that I've got Discord on.
Armin
Someone
is
has to roll
stunned and
initiative
frozen in
for
his place as if separated spiritually.
Did someone roll initiative for Armin?
All right, and there is some advantage. Oh, that's right. Your character doesn't like to roll initiative. We went through this before.
Why did I roll bad?
So I will have to do, you got a +6. They do a couple regular D20 rolls.
Nice
Add you
roll,
in
Kitchen.
accordingly.
Yep.
So that will be, oh, I want to add a turn. Go. It looks to me like Armin is at the top of the order. So what you have missed is there was an attempt by Aryan Wynn to communicate. They tried to use Druid speak. The figure responded in what you heard only as like a hissing, guttural kind of thing as she pointed at the rest of the group. And they all begin to take an aggressive stance. You were positioning yourself kind of ready for anything to go awry.
Okay.
You're also at the top of the order.
Whatever the closest one is inside my movement range.
So it's only this one figure, and your movement is 30.
Arwen tells everyone use range attacks. Don't move up.
So,
There's a reason for
she
it.
is
Use range
just
attacks.
outside of your movement range. You would have to dash to get right next to her.
Yeah, use a range attack.
Actually, well, okay, so what are these things? I know there's multiples of them, but I don't know what they are.
Oh,
'Cause
your
I'm
available attacks?
No. If you described what these were, I didn't hear the word of the name of the race or type of monster. Or, I mean, I don't know if it's like a tree covered thing it's used. Can I imagine it's that because there's a hiss?
I'm really sorry. I only caught part of that. You are very quiet.
So there's right now there's only one figure that we see that's hostile, and it's like a tree person. So I guess it's kind of like a dryad.
Dryad.
You're welcome to, whoever has the skill can roll a nature check. See if you might be able to confirm your suspicions. Let's see. Armin does not have proficiency in it, but he's been about, so I will get in a roll for him. I'm getting so much lag.
Yeah, so am I.
Wow.
It's a good nature check.
So Aryan Wynn, a bit unsure, but Avra and Armin, both of you have seen a dryad before, but not like decrepit and dark and like molty the way this thing is. You're familiar with dryads being more friendly, upbeat, kind of shining, like a happy tree reaching out rather than like a heavy bush sinking down. This thing, while it carries those similar traits, is kind of the other side of the coin, if you will.
Well, good
Definitely a
ones have
dryad,
that.
but icky.
They like to take men back to their tree.
I cannot confirm or
So-
deny that claim.
Josh, on my sheet, when we look at either hammering horns or boring rut, one of them should be, if I take a dash, I get a bonus action attack with my horn.
Have to give me a moment because I'm suffering a ton of lag when clicking stuff on the sheet.
Sorry about that.
Oh no, it's.
Oh,
I'm assuming it's not your fault. If it's your fault, then you should be
no,
sorry.
it's all over.
Not cool.
I remember
Yeah, that's probably a
Very
server
long.
thing. All right, so that's looking for Goring Rush. Immediately after you use the dash action on your turn and move at least 20 feet, you can make one melee attack with your horns as a bonus action.
No, I asked everyone not to charge. Use range weapon.
Your friend Arianwin is
I don't have
recommending not
I'm
taking
casting a
that
spell. I
action.
want you guys to follow.
I thought I saw that you had javelins. Let me double check that.
What?
I am about to confirm. You do have javelin on your sheet. Throw javelin is an action. I don't have a quantity. I'm sure that's on the other page for equipment, but yes, you have at least a javelin. You have 8 javelins.
It was basic. Okay. I'll throw a javelin at it.
All right, and let's see, basic range there is 30.
Armin's very much a guy who would like to see him play because he believes in teamwork.
All right, so would you want to be like, you're
If
kind of
someone's got a heavy
stepping a little bit
yeah.
with your javelin? Do you want to move? There is kind of in the center, there's a very darkened place that is almost like burnt wood, charcoal, but it's the ground. Are you wanting to avoid that circle or are you wanting to charge through it? Do you want to move around the edge of it
Oh, no.
or do
I
you
would
care?
just stay where I'm at. I would just stay where I'm at and throw.
All right,
That makes
so
sense.
it does, except for being slightly out of range unless you want to go disadvantage. So let me see.
So what is the javelin short range, like 20 feet or something?
30. And she's
Yeah, I
at
remember probably
35 from me
want to
right
follow
now. So you
what
can,
Oh,
within, I mean,
I'd
within your
move
movement,
5
you
feet
can
closer
definitely
if I
get
could.
closer. I was just wondering,
So I would move close enough to make it short range.
okay, and then so to clarify, are you worried about that dark, burned looking, charred out ground, or are you wanting to avoid it?
Well, you knew, Armin, you
I
knew
would-
when we moved back, so you probably wouldn't be wary of it.
I would step up to it if I can avoid it. For now, I will.
Okay. And you can kind of stay on the edge without like getting too deep in there. Let me check here. I think this is good here. Oh, a little bit more.
I'm sharing my screen so you can see. Hopefully it's working. My screen sharing doesn't
I'm
always
doing my best to try to get it to load. It does not seem to want to load for me. It acknowledges that it's there, but when I press the button, it doesn't want to take that extra bandwidth. And frankly, I'm thrilled this is working at all.
Don't worry about it.
Might
We
take a
got you
moment.
covered. Yeah, we got you covered.
So Armin is taking a shot with the javelin. Kerwoosh.
Does that mean I get?
Nice.
I'm not seeing a result. Hit the damage button. I saw a dice, but it didn't give me the result. There it goes. Okay. Oh, I will. Oh, it just took some lag time. All right, so I'm going to hide those other ones. Keep the first result. So your javelin soars through the air, strikes on target into the chest. You do not see any expulsion of blood as you might expect from that shot hitting a normal humanoid, and she is staggered back a little bit, slowly turns and points in your direction. And now it is Kithian's turn.
Okay, so I am going to cast Divine Favor as a bonus action.
Ah.
And then Kithian is going to load an arrow and let it fly at this tree-looking creature. And the trend continues.
Alas, it will sail and crash into the bushes beyond her. In response to your missed shot there, you hear a guttural roar. You still have movement if you'd like to use it.
Yeah, Kithian's he's not going to go too far. He's going to kind of just spread out a
Okay.
little bit, and yeah, maybe about here.
Alrighty.
Oh, Kitchen, you don't have the archery archetype?
I do.
You didn't add the +2?
Oh, it already did. It should have already. Yeah, the 1d20 plus 6 and then the 2 plus 6.
No, the 2 is the 1d20 roll.
Oh, that's right.
You're not getting your
I
pluses.
think
with your
I
archery.
think the plus 2 is factored into the plus 6
So let me
because the
see.
plus
There's
4 for
a
dexterity
+4 for
and then
dexterity,
the
+2 for
2 I believe is
proficiency.
so the plus 6 I think is including the archery.
No, your proficiency would be around +6. What's your dexterity?
Dexterity is 4 plus 4.
Okay, so, and you
So
get +2
actually, I
for
agree. It doesn't look like it is adding that. Looks like it only added your dex and
Really?
proficiency. By what I can
Yeah.
tell, yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, because
Would a 2 would that have
it makes it
changed
a
the
little bit
result?
closer, but still misses. But it is good to
Oh,
know
Okay. Okay,
about that
well, I will use
discrepancy.
that for the future. Yeah, note
Yeah.
that.
Add a +2 to the weapon attack on your sheet.
Okay, will do.
So it'll be +8.
Yep.
All right.
Charging from beyond the perimeter is the creature you heard prior to initiative kicking off, as a massive bear charges out into the clearing, roars, salivating, clawing at the air. The dryad, although taken aback and with a javelin sticking out of her abdomen, still has her hand lazily lifted up and pointing casually at one Armin. The bear charges at him. Oops.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's fine. To make
Bring
attacks.
it through, baby.
So it has multi-attack, is able to bite and claw. It is ravenous and on a rampage. Kerbite, claw, and claw. Oh my goodness. So that is a 21, 22, and 24 respectively. I have a 17 as Armin's armor class.
Yeah.
I feel like with lag, it might take
That's
a
all from
moment for
basically
that
the
to
one
roll
bubble
out.
of hunt I took.
I'm sorry? Page unresponsive. Oh, there it goes. All at once. Ooh-wee. That's a lot of damage.
Uh-oh.
I know I'm not dead yet. I got this.
About that. I'm showing you have 48 hit points.
Yeah, that's correct.
I believe the bear did 56.
Ooh.
Well, then I'm down and I'm making death saves.
Roaring and mauling. And your stout Minotaur companion is found to be knocked down under its weight as it roars and is pawing at the ground, pummeling him into that blackened earth. Aryan Wynn, you are free to respond.
Okay, changing my target. I'm going to cast Entangle, so it just gets the bear in behind him. And a bonus action, I'm casting Healing Word on Armin.
All right. Go ahead and please post up the details of your entanglement there.
Yeah, hold on, it's
Lagging and loading.
lagging a lot. Yeah. Tell me to wait. What's going on with Roll20?
That is a good question. They might be taking like a Sunday night to, I don't know, do something with their servers or run updates. Maybe they're adding the darn map tax that they should have added months ago, months and months ago. It was working perfectly fine in like their sample quiz thing, and I haven't seen a word of it since.
Did it show up?
It did indeed.
Yeah.
So you've got a 20-foot square in which that will pop out there. Let's see if I can get.
Okay, I'm looking for a Healing Word.
Linger, go from the corner and see if I can get a 20-foot. There we go. That way, technically, Armin won't be within reach there. So the good news is that your and Healing Word.
What the frick? Holy crap, that's a bad roll. Oh.
It is not the best roll, but it's great for Armin, who is no longer in the throes of death. He takes a deep, gasping breath. Your vines reach up and around. You can see they're sprouting fresh, but almost as soon as they're sprouting, they're starting to be overtaken by that same blackness and are becoming brittle. You can see that the bear is going to have a little bit of advantage trying to resist as per the location of the cast there. And when I don't have lag, I will be able to roll the contested check here. While I am waiting for the page to respond, what please is your spell save DC?
Okay, hold on. Spell save DC. I think it's 14. Because it's Thunderwave is count 14. So that would mean it was 14, right? I can't move it yet. Freaking lagging. So it'll be strength save 14. Let me see.
So,
Oh, I got to remove.
oh gosh, I have that on whispering. I am so sorry. Let me take that off.
Let me see. Tango. Strength 14. Yeah. So I'd probably be able to get out of it easy.
So you can see that it is roaring and fighting against the entanglement because of the brittleness. Some of the vines that are whipping up and trying to entangle him are just kind of crumbling into dust around him.
Great.
He's not completely entangled, but he's definitely inhibited by it. Let me switch this over to public so that future rolls will be seen. So he is going to have his movement cut down. And while he's not completely restrained, there will still be an advantage on attacks against him until his turn.
Yeah.
So that means it's going to
I
come
guess you
around.
won't.
So it won't last like the full duration of the spell, but there is an initial little bit of effectiveness before they are. You can tell that the vines and such are starting to decay and crumble to black dust. Almost
Yeah, I was
as
afraid of it. I
quickly as
wanted
they
to get
run.
it off before the creatures came out of the woods, but I guess that didn't.
Yeah. Now,
Oh,
you can see, and of course it's your spell, you can kind of sense on the perimeter edge, further away, the vines are whipping out fine. They're unfortunately a
all right.
little bit out of range of him and his body, but
Yep.
still, you can tell definitely it is the center area focus that is causing that decay.
Yep. All right. It's Avra's turn.
It's my turn.
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
What have you got for us?
I am going to cast Cure Wounds on Armin.
I like the post made there. Beware, I live.
All right. Good. That's pretty good. Okay.
So while the bear's distracted by whipping vines and is fighting those off, Evra rushes forward. And is that 19? Wow. Ooh. Oh no, that was supposed to be plus. All right, I think you should be at 21 now. So Armin, you are definitely still bloodied, i.e. less than half hit points. However, feeling much better than you did when you were getting mauled and trampled underfoot. That's a Led Zeppelin song.
Okay. There's an issue of my healing word. It's supposed to be 2d4 plus 4. How come it says plus 0?
It did not add a +4.
What's
I
going
can.
on with Roll20?
So I'm willing to bet that it's a matter of they're still working on things with the character sheet and stuff. Um,
Well,
I don't think that they've called it being in beta, but it sure feels like it because it's not
yeah.
100% at any
So
rate.
mine was 6, so he's got a total of 19 to 6, which is
Okay, cool.
25.
Yeah, so yeah, 25 is what Armin is now at. And actually, that means you are not technically bloodied because you're 1 point above half. But you are still prone. You can rectify that on your next turn. Although, Avra, are you going to be done with that action? Did you want to move or do a bonus action before the end of your turn?
That's my turn.
Okie
You
dokie.
might want to move back. Might be
I only have. I think that I moved all my movement speed because I was like here.
Yeah, but
I guess I
what's
have a
your
little
movement?
bit of movement left.
You don't want to be near that bear, I don't.
I'll move what I have left.
Good idea. He won't be able to charge next turn, but he could still move.
This lag is quite frustrating.
Yeah, it is.
Page unresponsive. Yeah. So the dryad very slowly pulls out the javelin that was thrown by Armin. She waves her hand over it, and the wooden shaft begins to shift. And it kind of, I don't want to say disintegrates, it kind of almost becomes like a stringy bark looking and starts to fuse with her. Those of you who might be druids are familiar with bark skin.
Yep.
See that her outer form is becoming more solid and rough. As she will now be more difficult to hurt, penetrating the now tougher exterior. And she takes a few steps out to survey the scene. She's being very slow, very casual, very methodical. She has not yet seen Armin recover, so she slowly lifts her arm to point at Kithian. And is your bow still glowing?
It is.
Okay.
Yes.
I had thought so. I didn't want to wrongly state that that might be what she's drawn to, but indeed, you are sticking out a little bit shiny compared to your companions. And so she slowly lifts her finger to point at you. And at the top of the order, it is Armin's turn. The bear is still fighting the entanglement, but has shifted its eyes to now be glaring beyond Arianwin toward Kithian, kind of shifting his body,
Ah.
trying to trudge out of that entanglement.
So I would like to punch and then offhand attack with punch again as it should. Since I don't have any weapons in my hand, it should get a damage.
I do apologize. It was very quiet and a little bit stuttery there. I heard punch, and then I think I heard bonus action punch. I'm going to assume that you don't want to do that from prone because that would be with disadvantage, but you're welcome to do so.
Pat,
You
movement,
can
stand up.
Yep. Cool. All right, so standing now.
Punch.
Yep.
Bonus action, monk punch. Bonus action, monk punch.
And we are having some fun with the lag, waiting for buttons to click.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
It really is. I don't think I've ever seen it that bad before, where like every action, that every click says waiting for page to respond and stuff.
Must be getting lucky over here.
Maybe we just happen to respectively. Oh my gosh, your bonus action strike got a critical.
Nice.
That's needed.
Your first strike barely. Oh, wait, no. I neglected to include that you had advantage on that. So let me roll again for your first one. Obviously, your second one is going to count as a critical, but let me roll again for your first strike because you're supposed to have advantage on that. And some lag. Bear with me, please. Thank you for your patience. Yep, I understand. All right, there we go. And that strike is going to hit. So, Kadow, first strike. Why is it rolling that many times. It just
Is it
rolled
because
3
Roll20 is
times.
going wacky?
It is completely whack. Let's see. So it did not add your strength to that strike, so that should be 7, not 2. Your first strike will hit, not for much, but opens it up for the critical strike that follows thereafter. And I don't even know what that means. It just says 2, 2. It only gave you the bonuses from it. All right. Let me try.
I guess we have to roll using the old-fashioned way.
Just use /R and
Yeah.
type it out. I don't trust the buttons on the character sheet to do what they're supposed to.
They're a little bit wonky. If I click the damage from the sheet, it works okay, but I was trying to click damage from the roll result in chat, and
But
that's what made it funny.
Oh, I don't trust that button in the slides.
All right, so that will be solid 15 there. All right, so a couple of strikes have surprised and hit the bear, and he roars in response as he's also fighting entanglement. As it's not his turn, this is all kind of happening all at once to him, and he still seems to be focused on Kithian as per the lackadaisical pointing by the Dryad. But you are now standing on your feet. You are now very active and are no longer the main target with your 1 point above half hit points. Do you want to use any of your movement, or would you like to stay where you are?
I'll stay where I am.
Okie dokie. And I am going to... All right, I just wanted to clear away that measurement there so it's not in the way. Kithian, you will still have advantage on attacking the bear as it still has your action before its turn where it can move about freely. So you're welcome to utilize that as much or as little as you like, as it is now your turn.
Okay, real quick, because this has been bugging me. I forget how you change the icon above the name to the actual token.
Oh, yeah. So in the chat bar, just below where you type into the box to chat itself, there is the word.
Oh,
You got it right
there
there.
we go.
Yep.
Okay, wanted to get that squared away. Okay, so with advantage on the bear, yeah, Kithian notices he has a particularly good shot on the bear, so he's going to pull back an arrow and aim for the bear in his. I'll go for a headshot. Sure, why not? All right.
He's reared back and roaring, and as dusty vines are crumbling around him.
Now that I have my actual +2 from my archery, then let me give this advantage. All right. Oh, that's crit.
Oof.
Nice.
Very, very nice.
All right. Oh, also a +4 from the divine favor, and that'll be radiant damage. So let me go ahead and roll that. Okay.
Alrighty, so total of 14 there?
Yep.
All right, your bow is glowing, apparently, so are your arrows. They soar across. Your arrow sticks right into his maw, which is gaping open with his roar. It's kind of sticking partially through his snout, out a little bit. And that's just going to make him angrier. He's not quite to
Okay.
bloodied, but you can see him kind of shaking his head immediately in response. And after each of his actions, he's kind of shaking a little bit. You definitely caused a bit of ire. And he is shaking loose of the vines. He is looking very, very straight at you. The eyes are narrowing, the growl getting louder as he's about to take his charge toward you. But you still have your movement and your
Okay.
bonus.
Yes. So I'll take my movement. And I'll move a little bit closer to Arianwin, just because I feel like I'm gonna need the backup here soon. And don't really think there's much I can do with my bonus action this turn. So I think that's it. Sit tight.
Alrighty. Well, he is dead set on charging at you. Although now there's an Aryan win in the way. So he will be striking at her first. But before he's able to do so, he is leaving Armin's range. Armin, would you like to take your reaction? A free strike against the bear as it charges away from you.
Yes, I would. And if I fail to hit, I will absolutely use my inspiration from helping recap to make sure I get a second shot.
Okie dokie. Well, let's go ahead then and see how this unarmed strike goes first. That is going to hit. It is not critical, but it is a solid hit.
Let's go.
And only rolled a 2 on the damage dice. It looks like it's lagging to give us our total result. I think that's going to be, what, 7?
Diet Coke. So it ended up being 7, 2 dice, and 5 points, right?
Yep, 7 total. I don't know if you wanted to use the inspiration to re-roll the
I'll take what I
damage
can get.
portion.
You know what the hell? Let's go. Let's see if I can get higher.
Alrighty. Focus, strike. All right, got a 5 this time for a total of 10.
I'll take it.
You can
And that
feel
would be my reaction.
satisfying crunch into his ribs as he's charging by, yelping growl. He is still trying to reach Kithian, but is now worse to wear for it. Aryan Wynn stands in his way. I apologize in advance, Aryan Wynn, but you are now between him and his target.
That's all right.
As he is
I
charging,
apologize for that.
all right, well, while we're lagging in slow motion, you can see saliva dripping from his teeth, his claws raised up and now swinging down toward you dramatically. There it goes. Smashy swipe. That's a 19 to hit. I'm showing a 16 armor class for Aryan Wynn.
Yep.
For 12. And that swipe is made as he's charging by. He's trying to get down, trying to position that token. Because of the way that he's kind of slashing at you and moving by and trying to get into range of Kithian there, I'm going to allow for you to also have a reactionary strike against him before he takes his other claw and bite on Kithian. If you like,
Right.
you of course can save your action for something else if you haven't.
Well, the
Attacks
free
of opportunity are
attack.
fun. What was that, sorry?
I'm waiting for the lag.
Mm. Gotcha.
Page unresponsive. You have to wait.
Yep,
All right, here we
that has been the bane of today's session.
go. All right, where are you? Where are you? There you
That strike is going to hit.
Come on. It's lagging again. Come on, come on, come on. All right. I might hit it twice, so.
Or even 3 times. All right, well, we are obligated to take the first, unless you wanted to use advantage or inspiration to take your choice there. I will allow it.
Nah, that's good enough. 8 damage.
Alrighty. He's now officially bloodied. He's still shaking his head with an arrow stuck in between his maw and going into his cheek. And upon Kithian, he doth render his bite and claw to end his turn. Oh
Ooh,
no.
fumble.
So the bite is pretty solid there.
Yeah.
But in missing the claw, it looks like his trampling carried him too far and his momentum is going to leave him off balance. That means the next attack against him is going to have advantage. And I hit the button to do damage. I'm sure that's going to take a moment, but let me give him a sad face to indicate that. And that's anybody's next attack. The next attack against him, whomever it will be, will have advantage. So you guys can save that, use that at your leisure. As the bite for 17 will come upon Kithian.
Okay.
And that will be all that he can do. Will now be Arianwin's turn.
How does he look?
He looks pretty bad. They have brought back the bloodied condition as a thing in 2024. So he definitely has that. So you can recognize mechanically less than half hit points. But his ring is still yellow, not red, if that's an indication to his general toughness. But it's also a freaking huge bear towering over you guys.
All right. The hell with this. Taking the Staffs of Woodlands, I want to cast Wall of Thorns
Ooh.
from here down this way. Right over the top of it there.
Well, that's going to be uncomfortable.
Dexterity 10 for half damage.
That's going to be a no.
All right. You're going to be hurting my bit.
You can see where the wall begins, partially in that darkened spot. The thorns immediately start to turn back, crackle, and curl on themselves again. But further away, they are flourishing at full potency. Ermagerd.
How
And
come
that's
it
with
says plus
3
0?
ones on your dice results.
And why does it
Oh,
have a plus 0? How do you roll a 0? Something's wrong.
That's not one of the dice.
Oh, okay. That's something. It's not 0. It's Let me
Does
look
it
at it.
usually get some kind of bonus?
Let me look at the description. Well, let me put the description up. That'll be better. Because this page real freaking low. Alright, Paige. What are you doing?
It's best.
Let me try to find it again. Alright. Alright. Detail.
Yeah, no, I don't understand why that +0 is there. That's weird.
Doesn't make any sense to
So
me, but
it's
yeah.
zeros. Okay, so it's just 78.
78 and nothing else. So now he's roaring and writhing against that wall that has just come up. 60 feet long, 10 feet high. I am curious, actually, because I know you want to hit the bear, but oh, it's a square. Well, that's fine. You could actually technically run that wall up to hit the dryad as well.
Sounds good to me.
See how she does. It's only slightly more dexterous than her bear friend. And once the lag allows me to click a button, for all the good that her increase in armor class did for her, because that doesn't help her at all here. All right, I click the button. That's going to happen sometime. 14?
What browser does everybody use?
I'm on Chrome. Oh, and she's still whispering. So that was a 14 on her dex save, and that's a DC 10, so she will only take half. So
Maybe it'll be a higher damage roll this time.
Yeah, let's see.
yeah, because you did get what, 4 ones?
3 1s.
3 ones on the last roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems to be rolling ones and twos a lot.
Okay.
Wow.
That's not bad. That's 15.
You hear kind of an otherworldly shriek as you see her wrapped in the vines, and despite her being able to avoid the full force of it, she is still entangled and looks wrapped up and is succumbing to the wall, falling prone, shrieking, unable to respond. Now, because that was effectively an area effect there, still open for the attack with advantage on the bear, who looks very eager to finish off eating one Kithian. But that was incredibly effective, Aryenwyn.
So it's Armin's turn, right?
Avra is the next one up.
Oh, bonus action, I'm going to cast Word of Healing on myself.
Ah, good call.
Probably
You
a
are
second.
feeling the pain of that massive bear paw swiping across you.
Can you hear me?
Its claws.
Oh, I don't. Probably 8, so I should.
Josh?
I'll do a normal healing word.
Yes, can hear you.
Actually, I want to do a cure wounds. Healing. No, that's an action. Healing word.
Can you hear me now?
We
We
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Okay. Is it my turn?
It is not.
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Didn't mean. I lost track of where we were.
And
I have a
Aryenwyn
bear
will
trying to
be
munch
back.
on my face.
Can confirm. He still has his arrow sticking out of his own face. So yeah, extra 7 hit points for Aryenwyn. And that again is adding a +0. I don't know if that should be a +0 or something else.
No, that's not. Let me look at it again. Okay, it's +4.
Oh wow, that bring you up to full?
That's
Oh,
roll.
one shy.
That's fine. I can deal with it.
You see your wounds from the bear's claws cut into your flesh. Shrink, shrivel, go away. You are almost fully restored. Miss Avra, thou art up next.
I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on the bear, so it needs to make a wisdom save.
It would rather not. I don't think it has gonna have a very high wisdom. And that's a no.
Yeah, that does not pass.
You shall not pass.
Okay.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's 13 damage, and then it has to run away.
From you?
Yeah, as far away as it can get from me.
Oh, if you're running through the thorns, it's going to take more damage.
It immediately roars, twists its body away, and charges to the perimeter of the circle, round the other side, round the outside.
And it takes damage from the thorns. You just move through it.
It is moving out of it rather than through. If the wall was cast directly on it.
Question: do I get an attack of opportunity?
Unfortunately, not on forced movements.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. No problem.
But starting to be angry and circling about, but is limping a bit, is off balance, still shaking its head and blinking from the arrow in its face. You can see a little bit of blood
Also,
pouring out of its ears. Yes?
is the dryad still in the fight? Because it's not in the turn order for me anymore.
It shouldn't be in the turn order for anyone because it's currently wrapped up in vines and shrieking, but the shrieking has gotten less and the fighting against it has gotten less. You can see that she's kind of wrapped up and has fallen prone. There's still a little bit of movement there. You wouldn't believe her to be completely dead, but she's definitely restrained and perhaps incapacitated.
And for my bonus action, I'm gonna give Bardic Inspiration to Aryan Win.
Ooh, Aryan Win gets a free bard dice.
What does that do?
It's like an extra 1d6 to pretty much any d20 roll.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Can use that at your leisure.
I think it
Oh,
lasts.
it's Armin's turn, right?
Yeah, but I don't remember how long it. Oh, okay. You have it for an hour.
All right. That means my frostbite on that dragon is going to hit.
My turn.
It is
Yeah,
indeed.
it's your turn, Armin.
Is the bear still up?
He is.
Don't move. Don't move toward the bear.
I would like to contribute.
You got
You have
wall
Wall
of
of
thorns.
I guess I can.
Okay. Is the dryad still up then?
She is not. She's currently entangled in the wall of thorns.
Not the question I was asking. Is she still up?
No.
Is she dead?
There is
She's
slight
dead?
movement
Appears to
coming
be
from that area.
incapacitated.
I would like to go remove her head.
In so doing, you will be entering the Wall of Thorns.
Bring it.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, if you have a range attack, just use a range attack.
I can only barely kind of picture in my head what's going on, so I'm just working with what I know well, and that's going to be the non-ranged attacks. So I'll move up and make sure that they're dead.
I will need from
Because
you,
clearly they've been
please,
corrupted, and
a
I don't think any of us have the
dexterity
ability to
save.
remove curse. So I'm just going to put her out of her misery.
Fair enough. You'll need to make a dexterity save against the Wall of Thorns, and will take half damage if you succeed. Ari and Wynn, can you please roll up some fresh damage for that?
All right.
And I forgot.
I guess I
that
need to
you
make a
are not
dexterity save
there, so
to
I
see
will
if I
go
take
ahead
half
and click
damage.
that. Yes.
Yes.
And just waiting for the leg to kick off, probably for both of us.
Yep. My character
Oh no,
sheet
is this still out? Am I frozen again? Oh. Right, 1 second.
Ugh.
Oh wow.
That is a ton of
Oh
damage.
boy.
I'm still waiting on Armin's dex save here, but that might kill you before
I
you can
hope he
reach it.
makes it. I hope he makes it.
Yeah, fingers crossed. What was the D? It was only like a DC 10, right?
Yeah, it's only
Yeah.
DC 10. He should make it.
I got a pretty decent dex bonus.
Yeah.
It's a +4. I swear that I clicked it. I just clicked it again. It's probably now going to post twice.
It doesn't want to post.
It's probably afraid for Armin's
Result.
well-being. I'm just going to roll, see if I can just roll a straight D20 and add 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Looks
it's
like
fine.
it's a little bit quicker. All right, success. You will only take 19 damage from reaching into the thorns. You're at 6.
Before a bonus action, I will drink a healing potion, one of the 2 that I got.
And you were wanting to make a just a regular unarmed strike against her.
So the action is reach in, crush the head of the dryad, and then take a healing potion, and that'll be my turn.
Well, oh wait, she's prone. You have
Balls, did I
advantage
lock
on
up again?
that. You
So
didn't
is that
lock up. You just got a very, very sad roll of your dice, but you have advantage because she's prone. Oh my gosh.
critical? Nice. I'm just getting a
Well,
lot of critical.
you did specifically say remove her head. Unfortunately, what remains of it is going to crumble in your hands with a popping, and rather than getting blood, it's like grabbing a pile of leaves and then it kind of falls apart.
Yeah, you ever watch Walking Dead when they step on?
As long as they're really dead,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's all that
They
matters.
kind of squished.
Oh, very. And then, oh, I got some leg. I wanted to get you your healing potion thing done. And
that'll be my turn, and I'm just going to mute now.
And if he was controlling the animal,
Yeah, does the bear have any response?
you have yet to see, as Kithian will be acting before the bear, but you do still have advantage on it because nobody has taken that.
Okay.
Where was it? Bonus action 2d4 plus 2. You gain back 6 hit points. You're now at 12 of 48. Exactly, quarter hit points. So, Kithian, you can see the bear is still kind of turning and roaring still from the dissonant whispers applied by Avra. So it's kind of turning to face the three of you on the southern side, kind of roaring up. It looks like it's getting ready to charge, but you can't tell if it's had an opportunity to react to the death of the Dryad at the hands of Armin. But again, you do have advantage, and it looks very, very worse for wear.
The
Definitely
charge
beyond
would be
bloodied.
very bad for that bear.
A terrible day for things in the woods.
A part of Kithian just wants to wait and see how the bear would respond. Being a servant of Nylea,
Yeah.
I feel like that would be in character. You know, maybe Kithian will just move. Wait, hold on.
Can Kitchen roll a nature check to know if the bear is still what mood it's in? If it's still hostile or whatever?
To the best
Something
of
like
your view, it still
Well,
looks hostile. That's just for free.
that.
But it also, too, like things are happening pretty quick, so it hasn't fully had a chance to respond to
right.
all of the shenanigans and goings on.
I feel like with this, at least, it'll have to move into the wall of thorns
Yeah.
if it charges. So if I move here, is it still honed in on me to the best, that I can tell as it like its target?
As
But
best
he's
as you
still
can
fighting
tell.
so
Okay.
he's
So
still
then
fighting over Avra's spell. He's still fighting
okay.
it.
So it already has a couple things working against it.
Yeah.
And if it runs into this wall of thorns, but if by some chance, um, by killing that dryad, any effect on the animal wears off, maybe we can save it. Maybe we don't have to kill it. So
Yeah.
I think in a moment, of piety, Kithian is just going to refrain from any hostile action against the bear this turn, and he's just going to move um, his distance to the opposite side of the wall of thorns, and and he's just going to leave it at that.
Yeah, if he survives, I'm going to try animal friendship. Try to
Yeah,
calm his mood. Let's see what happens.
yeah. Let's see what happens.
Alrighty then. Are you going to end your turn there?
Yep.
So, you see the bear rear up and roar again, and then suddenly the roar gets cut off by a very human sounding yell as it begins to shrink down and the fur is starting to go away and its form becomes more human looking until there is a child boy remaining where the bear stood, and the boy has an arrow sticking out of his face and collapses. Oh, I don't have a token for the shape-shifting here. That is so my bad. See if I can find something to take its place. I'll just draw a stick figure here. For decency's sake, the boy has a loincloth. Armin, who was holding like a strange bramble of leaves and vines and such, now sees them turn into blood, and there is a headless woman, well, form thereof, now in the brambles, kind of like that.
So Are they?
I'm going to take down the wall of thorns with my staff.
I apologize. Are they humanoid?
They are human, not just humanoid.
Yeah, I'm
But
going
one
over
of them
to
is now completely headless because their head got squished, and the other is a boy who is now kind of bleeding from the face and has wounds upon him. You can see
I'm using,
very
I'm using,
distinct bruising on the ribs and stuff, probably from where Armin punched him in the ribs a bunch of
I'm using
times.
cure.
And
I'm using cure wounds on.
Would you just want me to use lay on hands so that you could spare yourself the spell slot?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
He looks better.
Yeah, I'll use about, maybe say like 10.
you see the
Armin sits
wounds.
down because he feels like he just turned another boy into an orphan.
He sure did, as far as you can tell. So the boys, you see the bruised coloration go away, and you see like the arrow itself appears to be forced out of the face and clatters to the ground. The wound seals up. The boy remains unconscious, but is now breathing and appears stable. Still a little bit of discoloration here and there. You can tell that he looks mistreated, but definitely alive, definitely restored, thanks to your
I'm
efforts.
also using my healer's kit. I'm using Battle Medic. I will give it a one hit dice roll plus my proficiency bonus.
All right, do some bandaging and touching up there. The boy is still. Go ahead and roll your medicine.
No, it's his hit. What's his hit die?
Is that an
His hit,
automatic? You don't need a medicine check?
no, he just rolls his hit die and damage like you do on short rest,
Oh, okay,
and then he gets +2 to
okay. Well, you will
it.
see the boy is definitely breathing better, and some places where you think maybe there could have been some bones that had been fractured. He seems to be in much better health, is breathing normally.
All right,
Again, still very unconscious.
that's all right. We'll take the boy with us. We should take him back to town before we continue.
Agreed. Is it like, can I roll survival?
Agreed.
Is there like a certain, is there anything about his condition that just seems odd, or can you tell me, is he literally just unconscious?
Roll for me your medicine.
Okay. Can I make that with guidance?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Oops, I might have hit that twice.
That's all right.
Nope, all good. Yeah. So the first one, okay, 12.
I got medicine 6. You want me to roll as well?
Sure.
Okay, you damn game.
And in half an hour, we'll know what you got.
Yeah, freaking Roll20.
So everyone is standing around the child, looking down at him. He has had his wounds healed and some bandages applied. He's breathing slowly,
Okay, come
still
on, you stupid.
not responding to any kind of attempts to
I might
wake.
have rolled more than one.
That's all right.
Okay.
As far as
I
you can
rolled.
tell, everything appears to be in order. There is likely some damage that will take time to heal, and you don't know about his mental state because he can't speak and tell you about that. But certainly, this is a harrowing experience, and well, I'll let you deliver the bad news about his mom being removed from this plane.
Okay, put him over my back,
Um,
and we'll go back to town.
So there's basically nothing left of the woman. Is that correct?
Oh no, there's a fully formed female torso with the accoutrements of Eve in the Garden of Eden, just for the sake of decency. And what is missing is her head.
She has a
Okay.
crushed head.
And
Is there anything like, could I make an investigation check into like her pockets, maybe looking specifically for anything like pieces of paper, like anything that could indicate her identity?
it will be a very quick check because she actually doesn't have any pockets. But you are welcome to investigate the body further.
Okay. Let me see.
She dries, so she probably doesn't wear clothes.
If I understand correctly, she's basically naked, but there's a leaf for decency's sake.
Yeah.
I'll give her a full on loincloth and chest wrapping.
Skirt.
Yeah.
All right. That's strange.
So you can see she's essentially laying on where she had created that the bark armor for herself. That is actually open. It almost looks like a vest or leather suit that she's now laying on top of. And then she's wearing a ring on her finger that looks very impressive, is shiny compared to like everything else. Like it is almost has like kind of a chrome appearance, like is anti rust or any kind of what is the word I'm looking for? There's no damage, there's no scrapes or scuffs or anything. It is pristine.
The ring's probably magic.
Refer to my GIF out of chat.
I think she was using it to control the board.
Yeah. So the essentially what she's laying on is like a bark armor that looks very sturdy. And then the ring, of course, very shiny and in good shape.
So it doesn't change back into my javelin, but just stays that way?
It does not change back into your javelin. It remains a bark armor.
Okay.
All right. I'll detect magic.
No, did this lock up again?
We can hear you.
I'll detect magic in the area around her. And on her.
And I'll double check the semantics there.
Check. Hello?
Hello.
Welcome
Okay.
back.
Hear you.
I completely forgot what I was going to say.
All right, and when you're using detect magic?
Yeah. Anything glowing?
So you can see that faint aura around the armor and the ring, and a dark aura that surrounds the center pit. Essentially, like foliage around you also has a very, very faint aura to it, but it is dark and nauseating rather than the happy glow that comes from the armor and the ring.
I got it. All right, you want to grab the ring and we'll.
I mean, should we leave it with the dead? This woman was probably innocent.
No,
Her and
she
her
wasn't.
son were. Are you sure? Her and her son could have just been walking, in the woods and stumbled upon this area. I don't know, maybe some kind of dark magic caused some kind of
Did the
transformation.
dryad turn from dark to like a lighter? Did she have any change to her at all?
She went from looking like a creature made of trees and bushes to a human woman, to the best of your view.
So she
Just as
wasn't
much
a
as the boy is no longer a huge charging bear, but is just a human child.
Someone changed her into a dragon? Never seen that happen before.
Maybe it's the curse on the land.
Could be. All right, we'll take both of them with us.
Real quick, can I make like a religion check in terms of unconsecrating land?
Go for it.
Okay.
We probably have to ready the ritual.
Well, Kithian knows nothing about this.
Yeah, this is very strange. You haven't really encountered anything in your days. The best that you can get, though, like you feel that there's definitely, of course, something unnatural here, very clearly tied together, and that charge circle on the ground is kind of a big exclamation mark to your view. As far as the cause or the solution, that's where you're drawing a blank.
Okay.
Could Avra try a
Well,
religion check?
She absolutely
Yeah, I
may.
will too. Always. Let's see. You mind roll yet?
Of course not. We've still got 45 minutes of game time, though, so surely with.
So, can I make an Arcana check to see if I can figure out how to disrupt the curse?
Arcana. It's also going to take me half
Come
an
on.
hour to get your result there. Oh, wow, that happened right away.
Did it
Um,
roll?
Not yet. Real quick for Armin, just from your observation and seeing your friends in their actions, you definitely you get a sense of something being special about that armor and that ring. Of course, there's obviously something supernatural tied to their transformations. You're drawing a blank in similar fashion to Kithian. You're not able to really come to like a concrete proposal on what could be the cause or solution. Um, and actually, you would be leaning
And
toward something in the realm of the gods rather than something like this is definitely. You'd be hard pressed to think that this is a like man-made thing here. Like this is definitely next level supernatural something. Avra, you,
I
upon
will.
looking around,
I'll
can.
pay for the lake.
What's that?
I'm just going to take my time then and make a grave for the lady outside the ring.
Making a grave. And
that's a good
Ariwin,
idea.
you two, similar fashion, like this is all very strange to you and unnatural.
Yeah.
What rings incredibly strong to Avra, this is either, it has to be one of two things. Either Nylea herself has cursed this ground, or something cursed this ground in defiance of her. But you have no doubt that it is somehow tied to her, whether she's the cause or the recipient of some kind of ire. The very goddess you worship is involved. This is her domain, and everything just really speaks to that, including like the forms that were taken by if they were cursed or otherwise transmogrified or, you know,
Yeah, we're going to take the boy back to the church in town. So we're going to head toward town.
Maybe we can go to the Temple of Nylea.
Yeah, that's where we're going.
Yeah. Should we? Maybe we could perform some kind of burial rite for the woman. What if we take her into the center and perform some kind of like burial rite? Like would that kind of like I don't know, enter sort of I don't know, maybe the power of Athreos could undo a curse in this land if we do something good.
We don't know how powerful it is, so it might not work. We're going to have to do a consecration ritual later on, but we have to prepare for that. We could talk to the temple, the clerics at the temple.
For those that have a proficiency in religion, you're welcome to make a roll with that. And an inquiry from Senior Donaha. Yes, there was a statue dedicated to Nile. Oh, he left. Oh no, he didn't. Aver did. Oh, now he did too. Everybody's leaving.
Mhm.
Offended by curses to Nylea. Welcome back, Avra. So Brian, before he left, oh, now he's back. There was a question about stolen Nylea artifacts and stuff. There was a single statue to Nylea that I don't believe you guys have gotten rid of yet. I'm pretty sure you took that with you.
I believe Avra has it. But I
I
think
think
there
so,
was
yeah.
also like herbs, I
Mhm.
think.
Yeah,
There
I
were
think
indeed.
there was some incense or stuff, if I remember correctly. And there might
Yeah,
have even
very
been some
much.
wine being sacrificed.
But if she's cursing this area, like, would that then mean she's cursing our endeavors? You know, what we're trying to do?
I think if we take the boy to the temple and bury this lady outside of the cursed area, we can ask the priest there to commune with Nightly on our behalf.
Yes,
I would agree with that.
I
I
do
agree.
want to
And then
clarify for your sake that the temple in Data Harbor is actually dedicated to Heliod. So it is a place where you can make general offerings, but there's not a specifically dedicated temple to Nylea within your travel distance. It would take you
Well, then
days
maybe
we
we
could
to
should do
build
the
one
reach
computers
here.
there.
here. Yeah. Maybe we can, yeah, make an offering here.
You can certainly try. Um, Anyone who has proficiency with religion is welcome to make a roll in that.
I have half proficiency. Is that good enough? Or
No bards.
It's better than none.
Can I extend my guidance on that?
Yes, you may.
So that's a D4. Avra, if you want to make that roll.
I don't think it's gonna
Oh,
help,
yeah.
unfortunately. It's
Well,
an
maybe
11.
if it's a 10, we'll see.
You are, so with an 11, you are welcome to use, if anybody has inspiration that they want to lend.
Oh, I
You
don't think
did
we used
only
my
roll a
inspiration.
4 on a d20.
I'll give her my inspiration.
Thank you. Well,
Ouch.
So you're fairly certain that a rite could be performed here, and in tandem with the burial of the woman, you could use the statue, you could use the herbs within that ritual. You're not sure if it should be done on the desecrated ground, the very, very charred out place, or away from it. That is what is holding you up. And that simply comes with the, like, you're not sure if this is caused by or an affront to Nylea. So kind of
Yeah, we
circles
don't
back
want
to
to
that.
do
So
it.
that's a bit of a shot in the dark, but you know you're on the right path, and you know, like, the prayers, the supplication, especially too, having the statue and the herbs are definitely going to help you.
So we'll bury her away from the desecrated area.
And I'm
I
going
don't know
to
though.
erase Stick Boy.
Part of me feels like if we want to heal the area, we have to perform the rite in the area that is sick.
Yeah, we're going to do that, but not with the body, not with her body.
So are you proposing then that the prayers or rituals of supplication to Nylea are separate from the burial? as opposed to them being linked.
Well, we might have to bring a cleric over here to do it. We don't have the consecration stuff. We don't have the ritual spell to consecrate the ground. We'll need a cleric for it.
You don't have the formal, official ability to cast your own magic, but the god's power supersedes all of that of mortals. So if you can get Nylea's attention and favor, perhaps she can respond and do something. That is the best you could wager a guess at, but as 3 of the 4 of you are dutiful followers and worshippers of her.
Kitten, do you have an augury or some type of communication with the gods?
I mean, as a servant of Nylea, I'd like to think that maybe if I spend some time in prayer, I could get some kind of omen in response.
Yes, let's do that. Try it. At least we could try it. It doesn't hurt to
Yeah.
try.
How much time would we have to spend in this area, like in prayer to maybe get some kind of a sign
All
from?
3 of us could do it. Me, Avra, and you.
Well, that depends. If you are just kneeling and whispering a few words, that takes as long as the speech you prepare. If you're wanting to be more formal and like turn the prayer into the ritual, invoking the statue, the herbs, your religious knowledge, etc., that might take a few more minutes, but I mean, at the most, all of your efforts would still be less than an hour to like prepare, set up. If you guys all decide on like a mantra or a very specific way that you want to invoke her verbally, you can come up with
What do you
that
want?
conversationally. Yeah. I mean, it's
What do you want to
cresting on
try?
noon, so you'd almost hit noon dead center if you take your time with it.
Okay, let's
Would
do
doing
the
this
ritual. Kitten, let's do the ritual. The 3 of us.
would
There's
doing
3 of us.
this sorry, would doing this inside of the
Yeah.
maybe doing this inside of the desecrated
Yeah.
kind of like the center of this would in a way play into some kind of atonement?
Let's try it. Avra, you want to join?
Yeah.
Yeah, move it to one side of the desecrated ground. There.
We can bring the body of the woman here too.
I don't know about that. But the statue and the herbs, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, did you want to bury her somewhere
Somewhere
away
that's
from here?
not, yeah, away from the desecrated area.
Maybe Armin could do that since he's
But
not
you
a
want,
servant of Nylea.
you want to bury people in holy ground, not this.
Yeah.
Right. What I'm hoping for is that if we don't bury her in the desecrated part and you tie the ritual to her desecration, or the fact that she was part of this thing, maybe when the ground becomes fixed through the actions of getting the god's attention, they can also make the ground holy, which would allow her to be buried on holy ground. So I didn't want to bury her in the circle, but I did want to bury her near the circle.
Right, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too.
That'll work. That'll work. As long as they're not in the center.
Yeah, so I think that's my plan, is to help with that, so they can focus on the ritual and I'll do the heavy labor.
I think that sounds good.
Sounds good. I agree.
Bless you. That cough sounds bad.
Okay, so we'll take the herbs and the statue and sort of set up a little ritual here in the desecrated circle. And we'll just say, prayers over that. To heal this land,
I'm going to bury her outside the circle but nearby. So that way it's kind of like ritual adjacent.
Okay.
Should we go like
Nice little spot
hunt
next to the tree
a
and the
like?
rock there.
Should we go like hunt an animal or something? Usually like a ritual includes some kind of like animal sacrifice.
She might give us um, a clue to what she wants us to.
Okay,
So
so I guess that'll just be what the ritual's about. Like, give us a sign of what you require of us.
here are your followers, Nadia.
I would
I have a hunting trap if you need it.
Perfect.
Save this land of yours. Your nature has been desecrated. Give us a sign of what you wish us to do to fix the nature of it.
To heal this land. How can we help heal this land?
Alrighty. So you guys are essentially setting up statue herbs in the middle and then invoking what you know to be prayers, supplication to Nylea as such.
Correct.
Alrighty. Who would you like then to lead this ritual?
Kethian, he's the paladin. So you lead.
Okay.
It is going to be a religion roll.
Okay.
Can I give bardic inspiration?
Yes, you can.
You may, of course.
Okay. Can I add that actually in the sheet, or do I have to roll the extra d6 in the chat? Do you know?
I think that you would have to do a separate roll, as far as I know.
Okay.
Just as far
In
as
which case,
I'm familiar with the
I'm
sheet
gonna roll
working.
the d6. I'm gonna roll the d6 first.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Matt,
Okay. And now the religion.
roll good.
10 plus 16.
So Armin is over by the tree and the rock, trying to give you guys your peace and quiet as you invoke the ritual. And he is going to see the ground shaking. He sees pebbles almost bouncing off as if there's an earthquake rumbling. And then he looks over. He sees the three of his companions all locked in a trance. He will see the statue in the middle turning to match the blackness of the ground. The herbs that surround the statue burst into flame and burn around the statue until all of them crumble into dust. And then he sees patches bursting forth from the blackened ground until where there once was black is now what could be slightly better, a circle of green, fresh grass growing from it. Kithian and Arianwin and Avra, for you it seemed like you blinked as Kithian was making his supplication, leading the ritual. And in that blink, where once there was darkness, is now grass. In the same circle, has not started to grow on the fringe, is actually within the perimeter of where the darkness once laid.
Thank you, my
But
lady.
you didn't see any of that transpire. It just happened in a blink to you. Armin, you saw the whole process. The statue is gone, the herbs are gone, there is only grass. What was that? Sorry.
Are we sort of?
Just Armin is done. Surprise. Done.
Oh, okay. You see
So are
Armin
we like out
looking
of our
over.
trance now?
You are now, yes.
It weren't kitchen, Abra.
Did we get while we were like you said it happened kind of just like in the blink of an eye. Like do we feel anything? Like is there anything that sort of is in our memory? Like does anything come up in terms of maybe something that Nylea of some kind of clue or rhyme or reason for why this land was cursed, like if it was cursed by her or if it was cursed by someone else and she just healed the land? Like is there, do we get any indication from that ritual?
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
All that you have to go off of is the now fresh grass that is underneath your feet where once ashy, crumbly, burnt ground was before. And again, no statue, no herbs in the middle. That has all disappeared. There's no even indication in the grass. It's as if it weren't there at all.
I believe kitchen, it was just some evil caused this, but we don't know his origin.
Maybe the boy has some answers.
Could be. He's still
But
on
we
my
should
back.
take him back.
Yeah, he's still
Yes.
strapped to the back of Arianwen and has not stirred. He's still breathing steadily, but has not stirred to consciousness whatsoever.
We should probably take him back.
I will keep attentive to his breath to make sure he's alright on the trip.
Okay.
And we'll
I
head back.
agree. I'll be very protective of the boy, making sure he stays strapped in, safe. Because Armin feels that he inadvertently probably lost his mom.
Is there a marker where her body is, like in case the boy ever wants to visit her?
One together.
Yeah, that is 100% up
With their
to
pin
Armin.
stones, I
Armin
could
has
build.
completed the grave and can describe it. There are plenty of rocks around to use, plenty of shrubbery and trees and stuff. And you can now
Okay,
hear distantly the chirping of birds returning to the area, if that's any consolation.
Sorry, is this better?
It is, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
much so.
I guess my beard was in the way. Sorry about that. I would like to use mud from around the area, like, if it's, and I would like to build 4 columns of rocks and then lay wood branches between them and try to build a small mini, like a 4-post, I don't want to say casita or something, but something like that, where there's a roof on top of it, so it's like shelter to the burial mound, to make a very obvious place where someone's buried underneath. And then I'll try to use rocks and stuff and fill in the walls on just 3 sides.
Nice.
So that there's a shelter for the burial mound, and it's unlikely. But if people wanted to come and lay things at the mound, they could from the one side. And he looks at everyone's like, I don't know how the god of the dead does stuff, but I figure if they're dead now, they're in the house of the dead, and I hope this allows her to be ferried over to the land of Styx, well enough.
Did you
He looks
put a
ashamed.
coin with the body?
He will lay 2 coins, 1 on each eye. So take off 2 gold
No,
pieces.
there are no eyes on which to lay the coins. You squished the head. But you can put them where the eyes should be.
Sorry.
Where they should be?
Yeah.
Here's what I'll do: is I'll put 1 coin in between, the mounds on her chest, lay a hand on it, put another coin on top of that, another hand on it.
Oh, okay.
So that they're laying over her heart.
And
So that way, if she's still headless, she'll have a coin in each hand.
what did the party decide to do with the ring and the armor?
What do
The
you guys
armor could
want?
probably stay, right?
Probably.
What I like to do is take them, get them identified, and then we'll probably end up giving the armor to the boy.
Also,
Maybe the
GM,
ring too. Yeah.
Alan is going to use element. He's going to create a tombstone next to the body.
That's nice.
Yeah, and you can help kind of solidify the little kind of shrine-esque construction that Armin has made there.
Yep.
Secure it and sturdy it, and yeah.
Maybe we could take the items to some kind of wizard, like maybe someone who's very knowledgeable about magic to identify, or like some kind of artificer.
Yeah, anyone that could identify it. Okay, let's head back to town. We have to get this boy there in a hurry. His breathing is fine now, but I don't want to take a risk.
Yeah.
So we're going to
probably
head.
take him.
Will probably know somebody.
Say that again.
Will probably know somebody.
Okay.
Did anyone hear what you said?
I cut out. Sorry.
Did you say you might know someone in the city?
Oh, Lord Thales might know someone in the city.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're probably right. Okay, we're going to head to the city, Jim.
We should take the boy maybe to the temple. Is there a temple of Afara, in Data Harbor?
Alas, the
She's
only
the god of
formal temple
civilization.
is the one to Heliod.
Who's Heliod?
Also, too, the merchant quarter did have a couple of general places of worship without a specific dedication. Like there is, like the temple district has a few little kind of smaller spots, which could
Shrines,
kind
you
of
mean?
take that place. But the only formal temple is to Heliod here.
Okay.
Who is Heliod?
The god of the sun.
Okay, we'll take him there. That's fine.
Would the clerics there be able to handle orphans?
That is a great question that you will have to ask them.
Yeah, we have to ask them.
Okay.
If they can't, they probably know who does.
Yeah.
That's true.
They
Okay.
probably have orphanages in the city.
Okay. So we'll go there.
Or at least know of who manages such a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I have a backup plan if the kid needs foster care.
Okay. So I guess that means or how long does it take us to get back?
Because you know the way back now, and the foliage has actually cleared out. Surprisingly, on your way back, none of that heavy foliage. Everything is already starting to look better in the radius out. So, if you make haste, you can be there within an hour, hour and a half.
Okay, and then that would be over to the Temple District, I imagine.
If that is where you wish to go first, you are welcome to let me know. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If we're all in agreement.
Yeah, we're going to the temple of Heliod.
I have no objection. I have a backup plan if this fails to find a kid home.
Perfect.
Yeah, there's a lot of options. We'll go to the temple first.
Alrighty then. At the Temple of Heliod itself, you guys have been to the Temple District before, and you have seen at a distance a man known as Drasus the Zealot. And he is there again today, and he's kind of akin to the people who hold up those signs that say the end is near. He's very much stand on the side of the road and try to preach at anybody who will listen. He advocates very heavily for Heliod's teachings and adherence to that thereof. So he is definitely a patron thereof. But he's outside. He's going to be noisy. But he won't harass you guys unless you approach him directly.
If he's a patriot of the sun god, why is he a naysayer?
Why is he a what?
A naysayer. It's the end of the world. We're all gonna...
Oh, that's just kind of his style. He's very vocal, and at anybody who he can make eye contact with, there's a few people standing around and listening. He will just accuse people of, like, there's a lot of Nylea worship or Thassa worship in this town as the goddess of the sea. So he does a lot of preaching against that, like, we are of the land, we are under the sun, we should be invoking our worship there, not to the waters beyond, etc. Which a lot of people are rubbed wrong by that, because if you're a sailor and you make your living on the water, this guy is directly like possibly going to anger the person who can affect your livelihood.
Most definitely.
So that's a whole
we're
thing.
We're going to ignore him and go into
so within, you will see people in pretty nondescript, plain, but very clean togas, robes, milling about.
I will look for a priest.
You did hear earlier, there was the name offered of Sophronia when you were asking about somebody to look into for potentially magical guidance. So
okay, I'll go up to the worshippers and say, is Sophronia?
Say, yes, she has just arrived. They will point deeper into the temple where underneath a statue to Heliod, she is standing, and she's currently putting her hand upon a young woman, whispering to herself, likely saying a prayer of sorts.
Okay, I'm going to wait till she's finished with.
Maybe we can see if she can identify the boy first.
Yeah, we'll get all the information we can.
That doesn't hurt. I think it's a good idea. Sorry, that doesn't hurt. I think it's a good idea.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll get all the information we can. I'll wait for her to finish her prayer.
It takes a couple moments, and you can tell that there is a small line to speak with her. You're welcome to push ahead if you feel yourselves important enough to do so.
I will
it'll take close to an hour for your part of the line to catch up to her and for you to be seen in the proper order. It's not so much that the line is long, but she takes a lot of time within each individual to converse and then get into a blessing.
This is important. We're going to move to the front.
I don't think we should.
I don't think that's a good idea.
We have a child here that could be done. Let's get her. It's more important.
Look, I really don't think it's. Heliod has issues with other religions, so why don't we be nice? Because we're going to foist a kid off to her, or we're attempting to do so. Yeah. On top of asking her to identify magic items, the more goodwill we can garner. If the boy starts coughing or dying, then we have pause, but he's just sleeping.
Heliod is also very much about fairness, and law and order.
All right. We'll wait the hour, I guess.
Does the child wake up in that time?
Not at all. You have not seen any change in their condition since applying healing.
But it hasn't gotten worse either. It's just kind of been neutral.
Correct.
All right, we'll wait.
I can live with that.
Can we? How long is a short rest?
About an hour.
About an hour.
Can we technically short rest in that line?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and that
might be nice for Armin specifically, who was down to 12 hit points and is still kind of feeling that.
So I can pull off 2 things and then get them back from the short rest.
Okay.
There's a D12 plus my con modifier, and that's the God-given one. And then there's the fighter one of a D10 plus 3, and see what that will boost me up to.
All right. D12 gives you an 8. D10 gives you an 8.
All right, so once it's going to get, I think my con is an 18 or 17.
Your con gives you a +3. It is a 17.
All right, so it'll be 11 for both of those. So I get
Alrighty.
22 hit points back.
That'll bring you to 34. You are only 10 shy of max. And then I'll just click your short rest button.
Guys, this is so wild. We just landed in Phoenix. I can't believe I did an entire session on the fucking plane.
Amazing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cross that off the bucket list.
Right?
Yeah, no shit.
Shout out to Southwest.
We're here.
I know, right?
Ta-da!
Woo!
Huzzah.
Everybody else was late too, so because we got delayed to 3 hours, so
Right.
everyone, she said we're here, and everyone's weird.
Southwest is
is-
actually the sponsor of this session.
I don't
Tonight's
think we have too much
episode
more
is
here,
proudly brought to you by.
I'm gonna hop off now and try to get off the plane appropriately because we'll be at the gate in like 10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, we'll find, because we got about like 10 minutes left officially, so we'll kind of find a good transitional wrap here so you don't miss much.
So I'm just going to tell you what my plan was. If the temple will not take her, I'm going to try to see if I can ask the Minotaur Smith to put the boy up, and I will pay the Minotaur Smith extra every month.
Okie dokie.
That's plan B. All right. Night, guys. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
thank you for joining us,
See ya.
sir. Glad you had a safe flight. Enjoy being home.
Yep. I will. Thanks. And I'll see you tomorrow, Josh.
Of course.
Bye.
Also, if we do get our property anytime soon, we could take the child in ourselves.
Certainly could, especially with there likely being room in the yet to be constructed bastion, which is you're on the precipice of.
I could also take them back. Take the child back to my home. The Amatrophon, who could handle the child. What is it? Satessa takes in orphans. So that's a route we could go.
Yeah, we got a couple options. Okay, we'll just wait in line till we get up to.
All right. When you finally have your time to approach, the priestess's eyes widen a bit, as you are quite an interesting group, and one of you towers over, and one of you takes up horizontal space, and one of you is diminutive in comparison. And Kithian stands as the average between.
Okay, I'm gonna tell her that this boy was used by evil dragons.
And I ask if she can identify him.
She
He was
steps
injured.
forward and looks him over, says, "Well, can't say I recognize the boy. You say he was kidnapped by an evil dryad?"
No, he was used. He was transformed into a giant bear and attacked
Oh,
our party.
goodness.
It was a what did it say?
Desecrated land.
Desecrated land that we had to fix.
She shudders.
in the spot where they desire to host the qualifying events.
Says, I am unfamiliar with what you speak of in that regard, but it doesn't bode well that the lands nearby could be cursed, especially with, well, a lot of the sailors just now being returned after their strange disappearances in the sea. Heard all kinds of rumors. Why, there was even a hag in town recently dispatched.
Yeah,
She
that was
shudders
us.
again. She laughs as if you're joking, and then gestures toward the boy. So
We
I
look
don't
serious.
recognize him. Is he from the harbor?
We have no idea.
She shakes
Yeah,
her head.
Kithian will sort of go into a little bit more detail
Can you show her
of the
the ring?
situation.
Maybe she knows something about how the ring may have affected it. Or turned the boy into the bear. Show her the ring.
That's true. Armin has the ring.
When you are ready to display it, he can step forward and offer that up.
Okay, yeah, we can display the ring. We can explain that the boy's mother was turned into a dryad, and we had to dispatch the dryad. And once we did, she had turned into a human, just as the boy had turned from a bear back into his form, and we found these objects on the woman who was had become a dryad.
She takes a softer look on her face, tilts her head slightly. You can tell she's sincerely touched. She says, "Oh no, another orphan is becoming more common these days." And she shakes her head. And if Armin were here, he would certainly likely have some kind of response to that. But in the presentation of the items, she looks them over. She says, "These carry a resonance." And she reaches into her robes. You don't see pockets, but from somewhere she pulls forth a bracelet and she puts it on and she waves her hand over the items. Says, "Oh, this is very sturdy armor, stronger than usual fare. Similar to what the soldiers might wear, but definitely better, definitely infused with some kind of magic. Ah, yes, I have seen one of those before. That is a ring of the ram. That is not an identifying marker. That is actually an offensive magical tool."
Mm.
So I would probably be able to wear the armor.
So for mechanical terms, it is the equivalent of +1 leather armor.
What armor class is that?
I think leather.
Leather, I think, is
I think it's light.
standard
11
leather. I think it's
plus
10.
dex. 11.
11
So with it
plus
being
dex.
+1,
Okay.
it would be 12 plus your dex.
Alright, let me see what the armor.
And then I will copy paste the description of the ring of the ram into chat.
That's a nice item.
Again, offensive, not identifying. And the picture too, like, oh, is there a way I can? If you look at the compendium for the 2024 version, it has an awesome picture, and it is very shiny, chromy looking, with two ram's heads, kind of on the sides, but it sticks up pretty prominently from the ring itself.
That looks like it would fit Armin's style of play pretty well. He doesn't have anything ranged typically.
Yeah, that would be good for army.
Certainly. You are, of course, welcome to propose that. And she says, well, do you have a place to take the boy? We can, of course, take him in here until something more permanent is found. Also, too, it looks like he's taken some wounds. Have you seen him waken?
No, he hasn't.
He is,
He's been
no.
unconscious the whole trip.
He might be touched by something
He,
deeper. Perhaps some of myself and my attendants can spend some time with him, see if we can rouse him.
that would be great.
She nods and she snaps her finger to the side as she takes off the bracelet and replaces it in her robes. And a couple of young women approach, give a slight bow of acknowledgement to you, and the two of them carry the boy off pretty gingerly, disappear to a back corner, round the corner, somewhere in the back.
We thank you for your assistance.
Well, thank you, of course, for bringing him here. We, of course, do the good work of Heliod, but we try to reach all worshippers as best we can. If you have the means and are willing, we always accept favorable donations to help with our various causes and efforts. She kind of tilts her head. She's hinting that there's not a cost for her fees, but a voluntary donation is appreciated.
Yeah, I would donate 10 gold.
I'll also chip in 10 as Heliod strikes me as a god who doesn't appreciate cheapskates. So I'll throw in 10 gold pieces.
I will let Armin decide. He usually overpays, so I'm sure he's gonna give her like 100 or something, but we'll wait and see. I'm not gonna force him into that, but yeah, he will, I'm sure, offer coinage as well.
Ava, are you still here?
Yeah, sorry. I'm just tired.
Oh.
Quietly
worries.
lurking. You're all good.
Oh.
Long travel weekend for everybody.
Yeah.
So I guess we completed our mission. So I guess we'll go see Ito, Edie, whoever his name is.
Eutychios?
Yeah, Ito Kios. That's
Indeed. Would you
What
like
time of
that to
day is it?
be your next stop? Or, sorry, what was that?
What time of day is it?
You guys are now past noon. You are still in the early afternoon. It's not evening yet. I would say before 3 p.m., roughly around 2:30 to 3-ish.
I feel like
once
since we just no, I was just gonna say, I feel like since we just paid respects to another god, maybe we should do something to again pay more respects to Nylea before we draw her ire. Maybe we could go for a like an afternoon hunt in her honor.
she might have a shrine in this.
Does she have like a little
Other
shrine?
gods, they might not have temples, but they might have shrines.
So the Temple District offers basic places for worshippers of not Heliod to bring supplication there. There are primarily statues and symbols of Thassa seen there, but you will be able to
But
find where
nothing of
somebody has kind
Nylea?
of made like a temporary makeshift patronage to Nylea here and there. They're always temporary. There's nothing permanent set up there for any god besides this temple here to Heliod.
Right.
But yeah, I
And
mean,
what are
with
these
enough
set
time,
up
you'd
for?
definitely be
Like,
able to find something in the district for just about every god.
okay. Like, what is the little I guess like is there like is it like a donation? Um is there like a donation I get plate or something for all of these different gods?
If there's a shrine there, they will have a donation urn.
So sometimes it's more like a roadside little kind of almost like a statue or something very small in that regards. Nothing even as formal as like a building with a roof or even a gazebo that would house something official. Some of the places have little donation bowls and the like. Some of them are for material items rather than actual coinage. And in the case of after searching for a while, you find where somebody has a wooden statue carved in favor of Nylea, similar to the one that you had found in the smuggler's box, but that one was made of marble, where this one is carved of wood, a little more crude. But you can see that
Oh,
people
Kitchen,
have placed a few furs and some herbs. It's
Kitchen, you know what we could do?
Um,
We could build a shrine to Nillian.
we could do that. We
So
could build
later
it
on,
up a little bit.
we'll put the money toward building a shrine to Nillia.
you could even, when it comes time to make your bastion, that could be like your cover or the main entrance or what have you. If you're looking to
That's
have
right.
like a secret underground layer, like the main entrance could just be a temple to Nylea. And then, of course, you have your secret door or whatever to your bastion. That's
That's what
just
I
a
was
side
thinking.
thought.
Yep.
Right, like a secret entrance that maybe only followers of Nylea would know about.
Oh, yeah. Or even just you guys. Like, you could define the properties of
Yeah.
that. Like, yeah, you guys are welcome to think and discuss that as you will.
It'll be just like what's that? Mines of Moria, where you say a phrase and it
Speak,
opens up.
friend, and enter.
Speak,
Yeah,
friend, and enter.
we could come up with different words.
Certainly.
Yeah, we could get like a scroll of arcane lock or something like that. I feel like I just got to do something right now to offset the fact that I just paid money in a Heliod temple. I feel like I got to do something right now.
Oh, that's fair.
Going
Do you have anything on your person that would kind of fall under the umbrella of something that would be a proper offering to Nylea? Or is that
What
something
if
you'd have to
I
go out of
could,
your way to
you
acquire?
know what? You know what? I know what I'll do. I'll find like maybe a nice little like dirt mound, maybe in some like grassy patch, and maybe I can just bury like 2 or 3 of my arrows. Like I'm sacrificing some of my um, you know, ammunition, to the earth. Um, like I'm giving back to the earth in some way, and I'm detracting from my own means in that way.
I like the gesture.
I
Hopefully she
have
does
an
too.
animal trophy that we could use as well.
Yeah, we could make like a pile, and bury it in the earth.
And I will buy some saplings and put it over the arrows. Plant them in that area.
We could do that, just say some prayers and have that, be our gesture of respect to Nylea. That sounds good. Okay, we'll do that.
I think that's a very nice gesture. And I think that too is a perfect transitional point. You guys can go directly from there to meeting Eutychios or going to the inn for rest or to the
Well, we're going to
market,
eat
buy,
a
sell,
kill.
trade, whatever you like
Yeah.
thereafter.
You think so, Kitchen? We go see eat a kios first before we rest.
We could do that because we just took a short rest. We're all pretty healthy, and we still have plenty of day left.
Yep.
So I think we could transition over there.
Alrighty then. We shall let that be so, and we shall pick that up then from right there in our next session.
Yes.
I will make
Perfect.
sure to catch Armin up as to the end of that. He'll, of course, probably have some contributions to that narrative he may want to add and deplete his gold stash accordingly. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
He's gonna like the ring, that's for
I think so. Alrighty, well, definitely a nice sense of accomplishment.
Yes, it was.
You guys have successfully found and dealt with something at the Grove. Remains to be seen as to. I'm very curious to know, and this is something you guys can think about in the meanwhile. Should you endeavor to still build the qualifying games location there, or is that something that should be remaining now hallowed and consecrated? Something to think about for next time.